Hello. Let's see. Hold on just a second if anybody is here. Hmm. Everything is so clear at the top of the screen. I can't really tell if anybody is in here yet, but um moving right along. Let me get situated. Hello and welcome to Kelly's Wordy Reaction Ride Along Chat. So this is going to be a little chat and ride today. When I decided to get in here, I looked and saw there's lots of other interesting lives going on. So you might catch this on the replay, and that is just fine with me. Thank you for stopping by. All right, so let's talk about what I had to talk about. So I am out and about trying to finish up with Christmas shopping, and I got out really early well, no, I wanted to get out at like 7 o'clock this morning, but I was not successful with that. So I got out at about 9:30, I think it was. And hello, if you're just coming in, this is just a ride along chat. And hi, Chanel Marie, hello. So I'm driving, of course, so I'm gonna be safe and not just stare at the chat, but I will check it from time to time, like I'm at the stoplight now. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to tell y'all what I had been up to, and also share a little bit of my thoughts about this new Sonya and um, her things that she's been requested to turn in to the grand jury, and what it looks like she's doing about that. So first of all, though, I had told some of you, if you saw my live the other day, I was talking about the fact that I had been like semi-attacked by a dog. And so I did finally go to the hospital to check on my injury from falling. I didn't get bit, but I did fall really bad. And they said that I had two bulging discs and a bruised, like tailbone area. I don't know if the bone can a bone be bruised? I don't know how that works. But you know what? I don't know if I don't know how I did the chat, so I'm sorry if I didn't do the chat right. But anyway, yeah, so but I'm feeling much better. They gave me some medicine when I went in and I felt better, and I've been feeling better ever since. I can tell it's like healing, so that's good. It's not nearly as, it's still painful and like getting up and stuff like that. Sitting down and getting up are like the worst things, but once I'm standing, I'm good. Um, Laying down is not all that comfortable either, but overall, I can tell it's getting better, so that's the main thing. Um, and then I wanted to give y'all a little story time about something that just happened to me. So I was in the department store, right? Um, and well, it doesn't matter to me if I say. I was thinking, should I say the department store? So I was in Macy's, and I was at the perfume counter, and I was it was like two separate incidents that I thought were like kind of weird. I know it's like all this traffic and it's kind of a high stress time, so I'm just trying to like do what I'm doing, be real easy about it, and try to like understand everybody is just trying to do their job or whatever. But So I'm on my, to keep from asking like too many questions of people, I'm on my phone looking at the prices of things so I don't have to keep like asking you how much is this, how much is that. So I had decided to ask how much was this one cologne that was supposed to be on sale as far as online. And I know that's not completely accurate with the store sometimes. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna, just find out if this is on in the store on sale like it says online. And this was the men's perfume counter. So I asked the lady, and she's like, no, that one is not on sale. It's only this fragrance and this other fragrance by the same designer. So I'm like, okay, well, it says it right here. So I just wanted to double check. So she was like, okay, well, let me check. So I'm thinking she's going to scan the thing, right? So she doesn't scan it. She asks another associate, and then the other associate just tells her, no, that's not on sale. So I'm like, okay, forget this fragrance. Let me go to something else. So I go to another fragrance, but this one is, I know I like this one because I bought it before. So, so I couldn't find the actual, like I like the designer, but I don't necessarily know about this particular fragrance. So I pick it up because it's in the middle of an aisle on a display. And I go over to the counter to see if I can find the tester. So the lady, she's behind there. So I'm like, well, I want to smell this. Can I? So she's like, okay, let me get those. It's like three different ones. So let you smell those. So she's helping me out and everything. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to go. And I had asked her about another fragrance, right? So she's like, I'm going to, I can't help you with that. You have to go right there. It's behind the same counter, but I guess they work for the different people. So she's not able to help me with the fragrance, like right back there where she is. So I'm like, okay. So I go over there and I tell her what I'm going to think about it. And she said, okay, well, be sure to come back if you want that one because I have samples. So I go over there to this other fragrance, and I'm standing there waiting on another person to help me. And this woman came from around the counter to walk up to me and say, um, "So I need to hold your fragrance." And I said, "Why?" Because you didn't give this to me. I got it from over there. So I'm thinking that she's thinking it was one of the ones that she had behind her counter. I said, well, you didn't give this to me. This is, I got this from the display over there in the middle of the floor, like literally in the middle of the walkway. So, so she says, oh, well, yeah, I know. It's something that they want us to do. And I looked and I was like, do I feel like, because I'm not mad. Like, I don't care. I don't feel mad or angry or upset, and I don't want to. So I'm like, all right, just forget it. So I'm thinking, okay, yeah, you can hold it. And then, so as I'm standing there waiting on the other fragrance, I'm thinking about it. And I was on the phone talking to my cousin. So, so I'm telling my cousin. And the more I think about it, the more I realize I knew it was ridiculous in the first place. But now I'm realizing how ridiculous this is that this woman walked up to me and asked me to hold the thing that I'm holding in the same. I haven't left. I'm not by the edge of the door. I'm in the store. It's in the store. I get it that you probably, there's some commission in this for you or whatever, but she already said if you want it, come back so I can give you samples. I was good with that. So I'm like, okay, that was pretty ridiculous. Whether it was for her commission or some other weird thing going on in her mind, like if to go with it. So if to go with it. So with you, lady, you've learned your lesson. With you, lady, you've learned your lesson. I hope whatever type of policy, weird policy that is, which I don't believe, because I just kept thinking, like, if it was something that wasn't on, that was behind the counter, I could see. But this is like in the middle of the freaking aisle as you walk by, around the, it wasn't even like near a counter. It was just kind of off to the side in the middle somewhere. It was just weird for her to do that. So of course I didn't get that. Like I said, I got something else, better price, better deal. Anyway, so that's the story time. Now, as for the other thing that I wanted to touch on real quick, and I know I want to do a real live stream a little bit later, because I want to look at, actually I already looked at it, but there's some things I want to say, and I know I won't be able to remember them, but I want to go back and look at infamous Sylvia's live stream, where she talked about, where she read Sonya's subpoena, right? And she talked about, or no, she read Sonya's motion. I think Pam Esquire, the law intellect, I think Pam is the one that actually read the whole subpoena. And infamous Sylvia read Sonya's motion. Yeah, I want to I want to talk about that, but there's so many things that I need to, like, I need to do a reaction video to her video. So I won't say much about infamous Sylvia's on this one. But what I will say is, I do think that, so if you don't know what I'm talking about, and I doubt that you don't, but Nesto's side hen, side piece, side woman on the sideline. She's still on the sideline because he's still married to somebody, even though Shirley's divorced from him. So Sonya was subpoenaed for the grand jury. I don't really know how to say all these legal things, but roundabout, this is what happened. Sonya received a subpoena to turn some pretty extensive amount of information into the grand jury by a certain date. And this is going all the way. They want her information from 2022 all the way up till next year. So they want to see what she's been saying to Nesto and what Nesto has been saying to her from 2022 to 2025. And apparently, she thinks that, so what she did was she told, or I don't want to make a statement like that. So infamous Sylvia told us that she had Sonya's motion that Sonya is going to file, and Sonya thinks she's going to give these people two two pieces of information. They asked her for information for the last 3 years, and time that hasn't even gotten here yet. She thinks she's going to give them two pieces of information and just leave it at that, and tell them that they can get everything else somewhere else. They can get everything that they need from Meta, banks. Like, I'm not giving you nothing. You can get everything you need from them, and all I'm going to give you is these couple pieces of information. So I think With regard to that, I really do think that she's gonna wind up in contempt. They did say that they can fine her a dollar amount. It seemed like a low dollar amount, like $300, and so it's like $300 and 20 days in jail, I believe, if they decide, if she didn't give them what they were asking for. I think at very least that's what's going to happen to her. That, I mean, in my opinion, because she did not give them what they've asked for. They asked for her they asked for her correspondence, everything that she's done that's had anything to do with Ernest Williams um, in all this time, and she gave them two pieces of information, or that's what Infamous Sylvia read out. And I think that's going to, like, of course she's playing in their face, right? That's ridiculous. Um, and as for why they are requesting this information from her, I think that I think it's for a couple of reasons. I think the number one reason is that they are um, going to use it to, I mean, you got to remember, this man he's being charged for RICO activity, whatever that is. So he doesn't have a full, like, RICO conspiracy with other parties and all that. They've thrown him into a different, some type of a C class RICO, right? So he has a different type of a RICO case as it is. It's kind of weird. And um, Will Wooten, is it Will Wooten? Yeah, because Nesto's attorney is like Hoover, right? So it's Hoover and Wooten. So Will Wooten had to, like, spell out in detail what this type of RICO is. So by the fact that he has such a different type of RICO, I'd be afraid to touch him with a 10-foot pole, because I don't even really understand the RICO and how they can, loop people into it or out of it. Or anyway, it's different. It's not just like the regular conspiracy with these other two or three people or whatever. It's a little bit different. So I'm thinking that they're wanting to see what she was up to for him, so that they can know, number one, was he let's see the correspondence to see, did he have you contacting witnesses? That he's not supposed to do that. So did he have you contacting witnesses? If so, what did you say to these people? What was said to these people by you on his behalf? I think they want to know. um, I think they want to know, they want to be able to, like, prove up, does she know that he was not supposed to be contacting witnesses? And if she knows he wasn't supposed to be contacting witnesses and she was helping him do it anyway, then I think that would make you some sort of an accessory. And I think they already know. I think they already know exactly what she was doing. But I also think that it's kind of like double-edged sword for her. It's going to be her opportunity to um, sort of get herself off, or sure herself up for whatever it is that they have in mind for her. So it looks like she's not taking her opportunity very well. She didn't bother to get a lawyer. She didn't bother to really try to understand what they're talking about. I think it's very elementary for her to just think, oh, you're trying to use me to tell you things about his case because you know that I know a lot of stuff about his case. So now you want to use me to tell you stuff about his case. I think that is so elementary school. Like, you know, how could you think that? How could you think it's no, it lacks understanding, lacks wisdom. Um, it's very crazy. It's given slow class. You know, it really is given like special ed because for you to think that they would go through this much trouble to just try to get you to tell them some stuff that they could find out another way, like that's really silly. They don't pay those people to do that job every day of the week. You know, every weekday they pay them to come and do their job so that they can just come in there and ask you some stuff. No, they're it's a lot more than that, and I don't know. It's simple comes to mind, like my grandmother's word, like, girl, you are simple. You know, you didn't get an attorney. You don't have any legal counsel on this. You're not taking it seriously. It's really, and then to like just add the cherry on top, you send it over to Sylvia and let her read it. Like, girl. So I don't know, but that's one of my guesses. I guess it's kind of like, I don't know. I feel like it's that they are having, and you know, that whatever evidence and all that, that is what it is. But I think that they could potentially have some other things in the work for because I don't think they ever came with anything. Let me think about that. Was it him that was supposed to get some sort of a superseding indictment? No. So he still stands to be indicted on, yeah. So he still stands to be indicted on the SA charge. He's not been indicted on that yet. And he still can still be indicted on the CP that they brought the charges back, but he hasn't been indicted on. So yeah, so I think she's definitely up for getting rolled into this whole thing, and I think she needs her own legal counsel that it doesn't seem like she thinks is very important, and I think her thought process is just wrong and very off. Hey, sunshine, how you doing? See, I'm on the highway, so I'm looking at the chat real limited. But yeah, I think she's in a lot more hot water than what she knows. And even at the very least, if she doesn't get these people some of her real information, like all this back and forth that she's been doing behind the scenes on his behalf, and if she doesn't get these produced for these people, they're going to give her that fine and they're going to give her that jail time. So, because nobody's playing with her. I mean, I don't know why she thinks somebody is playing with her, but nobody. They don't have time to play with her. I mean, we are YouTube, the YouTube street. She's not. I mean, they're not. that's the real criminal justice system right there that she's talking about all the time, and tinkering around with, and doing things that are illegal, but nobody is really necessarily paying attention. But she's doing stuff. She's getting his clothes sent in there to him when they all know he wasn't supposed to have clothes at that one hearing. You pushing in clothes. You're um what was the other thing? Oh yeah, you're sending him legal mail, and you're not his legal. You're not connected to his legal. She was never employed by Bimal Chopra. She was never employed by, what was that other guy's name? Crail Lewis. She was never a part of anything of his that was legal, but yet you're sending him legal mail. So she's over here playing around, dancing on the fringes, and she thinks that the criminal justice system is the YouTube streets. That's so silly. It's just so silly and so simple-minded of her. But if that's what she wants to do, then then that's what she'll do. I don't know. Maybe she's maybe she is got a thing for going to jail a little bit herself or something. She hadn't been in a while. Maybe she wants to go back. Let me see. Sunshine said she did understand that stern warning, just crazy and diabolical. Yeah, the SA and the CP, they're still hanging out there. So it really does, you know, that really, especially with the SA, with that young lady and all of that back and forth, and um, helping him to have people to reach out to find her. I just all of that her and infamous Sylvia, with that back and forth of finding out who the woman was. And all I know is I would not be her, but I would not want to be her. She's danced on the fringe of a lot of things with regard to all this. So yeah, I would not. I know I wouldn't be taking it lightly, and I think if she had just half of a good sense, she would think about all the things that have taken place, and she would have at least said, you know what, I think I might need a lawyer, and I think I might need the lawyer to advise me on what's really going on here, because the way she's looking at it is a lot simpler than what it is, because these people would not be taking up their time and resources to just tinker around with her. But she's treating it as such. And even if she gets the contempt, and they do whatever they're going to do about the contempt, that still doesn't say that that's all they're going to do. That doesn't mean that. That just means this is what we're going to do. You don't get a call in. I tried to do that a different way. Wait a minute, hold on. Pull over, see what's going on. Yeah, even if they give her the contempt and she doesn't give them the information that they are looking to see what's going on, I think she still can be in trouble. Let me see. I think my son's company might be there, and I'm supposed to be there to chaperone. Okay, how far? Like from home, or they like in the? Okay, okay. Bye. I'm in the neighborhood. I just didn't know if they were there yet. No, I didn't go to the store yet. Y'all probably have to go. Y'all have to go with me. Huh? Do I need help? I don't know, but I'm probably gonna have to go back to the store, or maybe have to go back to the grocery store. If I do, y'all just go with me. All right, bye. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that. Let me see. Where was I? Hold on. Let me see what you said. Okay, let me catch up. Okay, this is another opportunity to run and provide all her secretarial free work. She's been performing. She better. Let's see. Sylvia is next, playing around with Fonny. Going to get you locked up. Man, there's no way in the world. Like, I don't even want to know who the district attorneys are. I'm not playing games with y'all. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to find out. Okay, that's good. That's who they are over there. Okay, are they doing a good job? I mean, if I need to vote or something like that, that's the only time I want to know what's going on. I don't want to be up close and personal and talking about those people like that on the phones. That's the weird. This is the another weird thing. So if you are the prosecution, and you know those people are at least somewhat listening to his calls, because they were listening to his calls before anybody was listening to their calls, right? Because they were like, okay, we know he has his girlfriend. She's in Florida. He's been talking to her and he wants to go see her. And that's why he couldn't get on bond in the first place, because of this Florida girlfriend. So you know that they're listening. Yeah, of course, YouTube is in the mix now. But in the very first place, it was the prosecution. So if you know that, why would you talk like Sonya talks? Like, she likes to talk about them, saying all these antagonistic things to them, and then you expect to be able to do all this other stuff that you do, say all this stuff that you say, dance around on the fringes of things that are not quite right with Nesto, but you don't ever expect for any of it to come back on you. You crazy. Let me see what else you said, Sunshine. You said, oh yeah, okay, Wooten. Wooten got to make up for all the L's. Oh yeah, they did, cause that whole YS thing. Okay, yeah, just dumb. Okay, I'm gonna get off this live and then I'm gonna get home and then I'm gonna get back in, because I gotta I'm chaperoning my son's date, and or home visit or whatever it is. And I need to the mom, I need to talk to the mom because she's trying to call me. Okay. All right, so I will I'm gonna get situated in the house and then I'll be back. And then we're gonna I want to, what is it that I'm trying to do? I'm trying to listen to Sylvia's live, or at least the part of it. Like, I was listening to a lot of it and it just was going all over the place. But there's a nice little chunk in there where she talks about Sonya's answer. So that's what I want to talk about. Okay. Okay, I'll get back in and I'll see you later. And thank you. Thank you so much for stopping in. And where is the out button? Okay, see you in a little bit. Bye.